Hey guys, and welcome to mistake number 19 of my top Amazon PPC mistakes series. Today I'm just going to talk you quickly through what I think is the foundation of all PPC mistakes, which is not knowing your basics. Okay, and what are the basics? Those are the things I'm going to talk to you about in this video. 3 little things that I think you should research about, learn about before you start your first PPC campaign. Okay, I mean, generally I would say yes, learning by doing is great, and just getting in there into the cold water is great, but especially if you're a small seller and every cent counts and you don't want to fall into debts right in the start, you do want to have some basic knowledge and you don't want to fall into certain traps. So without further ado, here are the 3 main topics you should learn about in PPC before starting your first campaign. Number 1, campaign structure. If you don't know about campaign structure, don't start with PPC yet. Learn about it, learn about the campaigns that you need, learn about their use cases, learn about their goals, learn about what you want to achieve with each of these campaigns. Okay, I also talk about this in this video up here, so feel free to check that out later. But for now, just know that is the one topic, if I had to choose one topic, that is the one topic you should teach yourself about before starting out. Okay, topic number 2 is knowing your targeting options. Now, typically people start with keyword targeting, that's a good thing, but you should also know about product targeting. In my opinion, this should be seen as equally important for your sponsored products, if not even more important, because it is so underused still and it can be a lot more profitable than your keyword targeting. I also talk about that in this video up here. That is the second topic, and related to that, just to mention that you should know about how keywords work, right? I remember some of my clients that really had no clue what they were targeting, and they just got into it and they were wasting so much money because they were spending on single words that they felt were somehow relevant to their product, and they didn't understand the principle of how keywords work. I'm sure most of you do, but just to kind of give the very basics here, you have to target what people are entering into the search bar. Okay, you don't target the single words in those keywords. So for example, one of those customers had some kind of kitchen gadget, and he was targeting things like kitchen, and he was targeting things like gadget, and he was targeting water, because it was somehow connected to water. I guess it was some kind of cleaning gadget, or I don't know, I don't remember. But the point is, you don't want to, you don't want your sponsored product to show up for that single word, water. I mean, it can't hurt if you show up there, but you don't want to bid high for that kind of keyword, right? You want to be targeting the very relevant keywords that actually match your product. Okay, didn't want to go into that too much, but there it is. Topic number 2, targeting, that you should know about, that you should teach yourself about. Okay, and topic number 3 is knowing what you can or what you want to afford. In other words, knowing your goals. This is also kind of related to topic number 1 with the campaign structuring and knowing the goals of each campaign. But the thing is, you should know what you can afford, you should know what your margins are that you are targeting, and with that, you can then know what you are able to afford to bid on all of those keywords. So something very basic there. Don't go rushing into PPC with crazy bids, trying to get that traffic, and maybe even forgetting about your budgets and not securing yourself there, and maybe even just following the suggested bids. I talk about that in this video. So don't do that. Know what you can afford and know what you can bid by knowing your targets. Okay, if you know your target ACUS, you know what you can bid, right? So that is the third topic you can research about, you can Google about. Also, if you want to have it quickly and simple, and I would be a very bad salesman if I didn't mention it, I did make a little step-by-step Amazon PPC course for beginners and intermediates, and you'll find the link in the description below. But in general, you'll also find pieces of that information spread across the internet. So if you just search for these top 3 topics that you should know about, then you can really get started with Amazon PPC. So here it is for you again. campaign structuring, targeting options, and knowing your targets and what you can afford, basically. Okay, so there you have it. And also, before I forget it, since the topic of this video is, starting PPC without the basic knowledge, you can also get that knowledge in various groups. I would always recommend, joining some communities on Facebook. You'll find various groups over there, and you'll also find groups on LinkedIn. I have my own group over there, so feel free to join that one as well. I'll leave the link in the description. And yeah, that's it for now. Anything else I forgot? Nope. That is actually it indeed for this video. So that is kind of the basic mistake, not knowing your stuff, along with not using PPC at all. That is mistake number 20. And in the following videos of this PPC mistakes series, we'll go into the more detailed mistakes, the more actual nitty-gritty mistakes when actually using PPC. So I'll hopefully see you in those videos.